Ladies and gentlemen, fear is an inevitable part of life. It whispers in the quiet moments, lingers in the spaces between our dreams and our doubts, and sometimes it shouts so loudly that it drowns out everything else. But here's the truth. Not every fear needs to be spoken aloud. Some fears are meant to be faced in solitude, wrestled with in the stillness of our own hearts. As women, we often feel the urge to lay bare every emotion, every worry, and every insecurity, believing that vulnerability means full disclosure. But wisdom teaches us that some fears are meant to be carried quietly, processed internally, and transformed into stepping stones for personal growth. There's a delicate balance between sharing and safeguarding. While vulnerability can create deep connections, there are fears that, when exposed too soon or to the wrong person, can be misunderstood, dismissed, or even used against us. Not everyone is equipped to hold space for our deepest uncertainties. Sometimes, when we voice our fears prematurely, we invite judgment or advice that is neither needed nor helpful. There is power in discernment, knowing when to speak and when to silently build resilience. Fear has a way of shaping us, of testing our limits and refining our courage. When we keep certain fears to ourselves, it isn't an act of deception, but an act of self-preservation. Growth happens in the tension between fear and courage. Some fears are best conquered alone because in solitude, we learn how strong we truly are. When we rely too heavily on external reassurance, we may never realize that we already possess the tools to overcome our struggles. The quiet battle within us often leads to the most profound victories. Think about the times you've overcome something you never thought you could. Did you always need to say, "I'm afraid," or did you simply push forward despite the fear? Some of the greatest warriors in history fought battles no one ever knew they faced. Their courage wasn't in the absence of fear, but in their ability to move forward regardless. As women, we are warriors of the unseen, navigating personal challenges, doubts, and anxieties with grace, even when no one else is watching. It's also important to recognize that not every man deserves access to your fears. A woman's heart is a sacred space, and her fears are deeply intertwined with her dreams, her past, and her aspirations. A man who truly values and respects a woman will create an environment where she feels safe to share, but even then, discernment is key. Trust is not given freely. It is built over time. Some fears are too raw, too personal to be placed in hands that haven't yet proven they can hold them with care. When a woman chooses to hold certain fears within herself, it doesn't mean she is being secretive or withholding. It means she is allowing herself the space to grow. Some fears lose their power the moment they are spoken, while others need to be worked through internally before they can be shared. Silence can be a form of healing. In those quiet moments, a woman can redefine her fears, not as limitations, but as invitations to become stronger, wiser, and more self-assured. So, to every woman reading this, guard your heart, protect your growth. Know that some fears are meant to be faced alone, not because you are alone, but because in those moments, you are discovering the power that has been within you all along. Let your fears shape you, not define you. Let them refine you, not confine you. And most importantly, let them lead you to a deeper understanding of your own resilience, because in the end, the fears you conquer in silence will one day become the strength you wear with confidence. Love is one of the most powerful forces in the world, and when it comes from a woman, it is deep, expansive, and transformative. A woman's love is not just an emotion, it is a force of nature, capable of healing wounds, inspiring greatness, and creating a sense of belonging that few other things in life can offer. But as powerful as a woman's love is, it is not something that should be given away too freely or too soon. Love, in its deepest form, is sacred, and not every ounce should be immediately revealed. A woman must understand that her love is a gift, and like all valuable gifts, it must be given with wisdom, patience, and discernment. Too often, a woman's heart is compared to an open book, every page laid bare for the world to read. But love should not be a story hurriedly told. Instead, it should be like a novel, revealing its depth gradually, layer by layer, chapter by chapter. There is a beauty in mystery and allowing love to unfold naturally rather than pouring it out all at once. When love is given too quickly, it can be taken for granted, misused, or even misunderstood. True love is not about how much is given up front, but about how deeply it is nurtured over time. A woman who understands the depth of her love knows that not every part of it should be shown to just anyone. Not every man has the capacity to receive, respect, or reciprocate the full measure of her heart. Some men are drawn to the warmth of a woman's love but are not willing to honor the responsibility that comes with it. A woman must be selective, revealing her love to a man who has proven himself worthy, who has demonstrated patience, kindness, and consistency. Love should be revealed in stages, allowing time to test its strength and authenticity. There is also a danger in giving too much of oneself before the foundation of love is secure. Love is not meant to be a transaction where a woman gives all of herself in hopes of receiving the same in return. A woman's love is not something to be bargained with. It is to be cherished and respected. When a woman gives too much too soon, she risks losing herself in the process. Her love should never come at the cost of her self-worth, her identity, or her boundaries. Love is meant to complement her, not consume her. A woman's love is also like a well, deep and life-giving, but even the deepest well must be refilled. If she pours all of her love out too quickly without receiving love and respect in return, she will eventually run dry. A wise woman understands the importance of pacing her love, of reserving parts of herself until she is certain that the one receiving it values it as much as she does. Love must be given in a way that sustains, not in a way that depletes. Patience is one of love's greatest strengths. A woman should not rush to give every part of her heart simply because she feels deeply. Love is not proven by how quickly it is given, but by how steadfastly it endures. When love is unveiled slowly, it allows trust to grow, emotional intimacy to strengthen, and a deep, unshakable bond to form. A woman who guards the full depth of her love until the right time does not love any less, she simply loves with wisdom. In the end, a woman's love is one of her greatest strengths, and she must protect it as such. She must remember that not every man deserves the full depth of her love, and that is not a sign of weakness, but of wisdom. Love that is given wisely lasts longer, burns brighter, and leaves a lasting impact. A woman should cherish her love, reveal it with care, and trust that the right person will recognize its value, not because she gave it all away too soon, but because she revealed it in a way that honored its worth. In a world that constantly demands explanations, where social media urges us to share every detail, and where people expect to know our every step, there is something powerful about a woman who moves in silence. A woman who understands the value of keeping her next move to herself is not being deceptive. She is being wise. Mystery isn't about manipulation or secrecy. It is about protecting her vision, guarding her energy, and ensuring that her plans are nurtured in the right environment before they are exposed to the world. There is wisdom in keeping certain things private. When a woman shares her every thought, intention, and plan too soon, she risks exposing her dreams to negativity, doubt, and even sabotage. Not everyone will celebrate her ambitions. Some will question them. Others will try to discourage her, and a few may even attempt to block her progress. Moving in silence allows her to work without interference, to build without unnecessary opinions, and to stay focused without distraction. The most powerful moves are often made quietly. Think of a seed planted deep within the soil. It does not announce its growth. It simply takes root and begins to flourish. When the time is right, it breaks through the ground, strong and ready to thrive. A woman's next move should be like that seed, nurtured in the unseen spaces until it is strong enough to withstand the outside world. Speaking too soon about her plans can sometimes drain the energy she needs to actually accomplish them. Mystery is also about discernment. A wise woman understands that not everyone needs to know everything. There are people who may pretend to be supportive, but secretly harbor jealousy or ill intentions. Even those who mean well may unintentionally project their fears onto her, making her second guess herself. By keeping her next move private, she protects her confidence and maintains control over her journey. She is not being secretive out of fear. She is being intentional about who gets access to her dreams. A woman who masters the art of mystery exudes confidence. She does not seek validation from others to move forward. She knows her worth, she trusts her instincts, and she understands that success is not about making noise, it's about making progress. When she finally reveals her next move, it is not out of desperation to prove something to others, but because she has already built something strong and undeniable. Her work speaks for itself, and her results cannot be ignored. Furthermore, keeping her next move private allows her the flexibility to change course without pressure. When a woman announces her plans prematurely, she may feel obligated to follow through even when circumstances change. But when she moves quietly, she has the freedom to adjust, pivot, or even start over without feeling like she owes anyone an explanation. She remains in control, and her decisions are based on what is best for her, not on what others expect. There is also an undeniable allure to a woman who doesn't reveal everything at once. Mystery adds depth to her presence, making her intriguing and unpredictable. When she doesn't lay all her cards on the table, she commands respect. People learn that she is not easily read, not easily swayed, and not easily underestimated. A woman who moves with quiet confidence creates an aura of strength that cannot be ignored. In the end, a woman's next move is hers alone to make. She owes no one an explanation, no one an announcement, and no one the privilege of knowing her plans before she is ready. She moves in silence, not out of fear, but out of wisdom. She understands that mystery is not deception. It is a strategy, a strength, a shield. And when the time is right, she will step forward, not with noise, but with undeniable power. Every vulnerability trust is built gradually. Not all wounds should be displayed at once. Vulnerability is a beautiful thing. It is the gateway to deep connection, the bridge between two hearts, and the foundation upon which true intimacy is built. But while vulnerability is powerful, it must be handled with care. A woman's past, her wounds, her struggles, these are sacred parts of her story, and they should not be placed in just anyone's hands. Trust is something that must be earned, not given freely at the first sign of affection. When a woman reveals too much too soon, she risks exposing herself to those who may not have the capacity to hold her heart with the gentleness it deserves. There is wisdom in pacing vulnerability. Some wounds are still healing, and when shared prematurely, they can be misunderstood, dismissed, or even used against her. Not everyone who listens has the intention to truly understand. Some people listen to respond, not to comfort. Others listen to gain leverage, not to love. A woman must be discerning about who she opens up to, ensuring that the person she entrusts with her struggles has proven they are a safe place for her heart. Furthermore, vulnerability is not just about sharing pain, it is about knowing who will cherish it. A woman should never feel pressured to reveal every scar as a way to prove her honesty or devotion. Some parts of her story are meant for those who have earned a permanent place in her life, not for those passing through. Not everyone deserves front row seats to her past, her pain, or her healing. She must choose carefully who gets to witness the most delicate parts of her soul. Protecting vulnerability does not mean suppressing emotions. It means understanding that healing is a process, and some wounds need time before they can be safely shared. A woman should never feel guilt for keeping certain things to herself, for waiting until the right moment, or for choosing only those who have demonstrated loyalty to hear the deepest parts of her heart. Strength is not in the immediate exposure of wounds. It is in the wisdom of knowing when and with whom to share them. In the end, vulnerability is a gift and it should be given with care. A woman who values herself will not place her heart in unsteady hands. She will reveal her depths slowly, allowing trust to grow organically, ensuring that when she does share, it is with someone who will honor, protect, and cherish her truth. Because trust is not demanded, it is earned. And when she finally opens up, it will be with the certainty that her vulnerability is not only seen, but truly understood. Tears have long been misunderstood. They are often seen as a sign of weakness, a display of fragility, or an inability to handle life's pressures. But nothing could be further from the truth. A woman's tears are not a symbol of defeat. They are a testament to her strength. They carry the weight of her resilience, the depth of her emotions, and the courage it takes to feel deeply in a world that often tells her to be silent. Behind every tear is a story, a battle fought, a moment of transformation. When a woman cries, she is not breaking, she is releasing, healing, and making space for something greater. There is power in vulnerability. Society often teaches women to be strong by holding everything in, by never letting anyone see them break. But true strength is not in pretending that pain doesn't exist. It is in having the courage to express it. A woman who cries is a woman who refuses to be numb, who refuses to harden her heart just to fit an unrealistic definition of toughness. She understands that to feel is to be alive, and that allowing herself to shed tears does not make her weak. It makes her brave enough to be fully human. Some of the strongest women in history have cried through their battles. They have wept in moments of loss, disappointment, and injustice, but their tears never stopped them. Instead, they became fuel. Tears are not the end of the story. They are often the beginning of something new. A woman's tears do not signify surrender. They signify that she is in touch with her soul, that she has the wisdom to release what no longer serves her, and that she has the determination to keep going despite the weight she carries. Every tear carries wisdom. They are lessons written in liquid form, reminders of what she has endured and what she has survived. A woman who has cried and still stands tall is a woman who has known the depths of pain but has refused to let it break her spirit. Her tears hold the echoes of every challenge she has faced, yet she continues to move forward, stronger and more determined than before. She does not fear her tears because she knows they do not define her, they empower her. In the end, the strength behind a woman's tears is undeniable. It is in the way she allows herself to feel, yet refuses to be consumed by those emotions. It is in the way she acknowledges her pain, but does not let it steal her joy. It is in the way she rises time and time again, proving that no amount of hardship can take away the fire within her. A woman's tears do not make her weak. They are a quiet, powerful reminder that she is still here, still fighting, and still capable of extraordinary strength. A woman's financial independence is more than just the ability to pay her bills. It is the foundation of her freedom, her security, and her ability to build the life she envisions. When a woman has control over her own finances, she is no longer at the mercy of circumstances or the expectations of others. She is empowered to make choices based on her own values, not out of financial desperation or dependency. Financial independence is not about rejecting partnership or love. It is about ensuring that she enters relationships and situations from a place of strength, not vulnerability. Throughout history, women have been taught, sometimes subtly, sometimes overtly, that their financial well-being should come from someone else. Society has often reinforced the idea that a woman's security lies in a husband, a father, or an institution. But times have changed, and a woman who takes ownership of her financial future understands that her security should never be tied to someone else's choices. It is not about being alone. It is about knowing that no matter what happens, she can stand on her own 2 feet. Financial independence gives a woman choices. It means she can leave a toxic job, walk away from an unhealthy relationship, invest in her passions, and create a future on her terms. Money is not just about numbers in a bank account, it is about opportunity. When a woman is financially independent, she can decide where she wants to live, how she wants to spend her time, and what dreams she wants to pursue. She is not waiting for permission. She is writing her own story. There is also a deep confidence that comes with financial independence. A woman who earns, saves, and invests for herself walks differently. She does not have to tolerate disrespect, settle for less, or compromise her values for the sake of financial survival. She understands her worth, not just in terms of relationships, but in every area of life. She is capable, resourceful, and prepared for whatever comes her way. Financial independence allows her to be in control of her life rather than feeling like life is happening to her. Of course, financial independence does not happen overnight. It requires discipline, education, and a willingness to learn. A woman must understand how to manage her money, grow her wealth, and make smart financial decisions. It is not just about earning. It is about making her money work for her. Saving, investing, and building multiple streams of income are essential parts of long-term security. Financial independence is not just about today, it is about preparing for the future so she never has to feel trapped by circumstances beyond her control. In the end, a financially independent woman is an unstoppable force. She is not easily swayed by temporary setbacks, nor is she reliant on anyone else to define her future. She stands strong, knowing that her financial stability allows her to make decisions from a place of confidence rather than fear. She does not see money as the goal. She sees it as the tool that allows her to live life on her own terms. And that is the true power of financial independence. It gives a woman the freedom to be exactly who she was meant to be. A woman's dreams are more than just fleeting desires or wishful thinking. They are the very essence of who she is, the silent fire that burns within her, and the vision that pulls her forward even when life tries to hold her back. A woman with unshakable dreams is a force of nature. She refuses to be limited by expectations, by fear, or by the doubts of those who cannot see what she sees. Her dreams are not just fantasies. They are the blueprint for the life she knows she was meant to live. And because she believes in them so deeply, nothing, not failure, not setbacks, not the opinions of others, can make her abandon them. Yet the world often tells women to shrink their dreams. It tells them to be realistic, to focus on responsibilities, to not take up too much space. A woman with a big dream is often met with skepticism, even from those closest to her. People may question her ambitions, asking if she is sure, if she is capable, if she is prepared for the risks. But a woman with unshakable dreams understands that doubt is a part of the journey. She does not let it deter her, she lets it fuel her. Because she knows that every great achievement in history was once just a dream, doubted by many, but pursued relentlessly by the few who dared to believe. Dreams require resilience. A woman with unshakable dreams does not crumble when she faces obstacles. She does not let rejection define her, nor does she let failure convince her that she is unworthy. She knows that setbacks are not stop signs, they are lessons. She learns, she adapts, she grows. Every no she hears only strengthens her resolve. Every challenge she faces only sharpens her skills. She does not wait for the perfect conditions to chase her dreams. She builds her future with whatever resources she has, knowing that progress is more important than perfection. A woman with unshakable dreams also understands the importance of protecting them. Not everyone will understand her vision, and that is okay. She does not need validation from the world to know that her dreams matter. She does not waste time explaining her purpose to those who are not meant to walk her path. Instead, she surrounds herself with people who uplift her, who challenge her to grow, and who remind her of her power when she momentarily forgets. She protects her dreams from negativity, from small-mindedness, and from anything that tries to convince her to settle for less. Her dreams are not just for her, they are bigger than her. A woman who relentlessly pursues her dreams does not just change her own life. She inspires others to chase theirs. She shows younger generations that their ambitions are valid, that their goals are worth fighting for. She proves that persistence is more powerful than privilege, that courage outweighs comfort, and that passion can break barriers. When she stands tall in her pursuit, she gives other women permission to do the same. She becomes a beacon of hope, a testament to what is possible when a woman refuses to give up on herself. In the end, a woman's unshakable dreams define her legacy. They are the mark she leaves on the world, the proof that she lived with purpose and passion. She does not ask for permission to dream. She simply dares to go after what she knows is hers. And even if the journey is long, even if the road is hard, she keeps moving forward step by step, knowing that one day her dreams will no longer just be dreams. They will be her reality.